When I did my first catering, I didn't have no wares. I have no idea of nothing. All I know to cook. I didn't know to average.
Sitaram Namaste and welcome to another episode of Parampara, Echoes of Tradition. This year, as you know, we're focusing on the Vivaah Sanskaar, the Hindu traditional wedding. Today, we are here at Passage to Asia in Chaguanas, where we'll be meeting with the owner and founder, Mr. Dipchand Persad.
Hi, my name is Dipchand Persad. I'm the owner of Passage to Asia in Chaguanas. This restaurant here is a restaurant with many menus with Indian, Thai, and Chinese. It's a more fusion menu. We have chefs from all over India, and we do like tandoori, we do curries, we do sweets, we do everything in the authentic Indian style. We do everything on the Thai style also, and Chinese. At the age of 16 years, my father had opened a little restaurant called Shantang Restaurant. It had a chef named Aben Hongping, and I started work alongside him. And he trained me the Chinese food, how to prep, how to cut, how to season meats and all these kind of things. Everything was new to me, even wontons. At the age of 16, I never know about wontons and corn soup and wontons. This thing was new and I learned it. And after running for about 8 years, we ended up closing down the restaurant and I went in the outside and started work. I started working at first place was China Palace, then Walk and Roll. Then after I left Walk and Roll, I went to Cape Park Hotel. From Cape Park Hotel, I went to Hilton. So I have worked with all these different chefs from all these different restaurants. That is one thing that with this restaurant here now, I take everything and combine it into one and make it into something unique and something different. When I was working at Cape Park, before I left Cape Park, I get my first catering for a company. And up to now, after 26 years, I am still doing this catering for these people. And from there, I started to grow. When I did my first catering, I didn't have no wares. I have no idea of nothing. All I know to cook. I didn't know to average. And I borrow all the utensils, pot, gas tank, stove, dabbler, spoon, everything. And then I rent the dinner plate, dinner knife, dinner fork, all these things. And after the first catering, you make a little money, and then I say this thing nice. So then I get a next catering again with word of mouth. I have built myself, and you know when people get a little extra money, either the waste it or the go and lime to take a trip. I didn't do that. What I did is that I take the money and I buy things to do bigger catering and more catering. Like I will buy some basin, one day I'll buy some dabbler, one day I'll buy tank, one day I'll buy a chiller, one day I'll buy a freezer. And when I think I had enough, it was too little bit. More things I get, more little bit it was. So I had to grow and grow and grow. The biggest wedding I have done is in 2017. It was for one of my customer daughter, little store, and the variety of food was plenty. We have 8 food stations, and we serve over 1,700 people in 1 hour. And to do that, it was a big accomplishment. It was a big advertisement for me because the kind of people it had there was more business people and ministers and so. You get an advertisement, extra advertisement when you do these size of wedding, and it was a challenge to do a big wedding like that and run it smooth with no hiccups, nothing. And being on time and ready and everything, with full service. It was a great accomplishment from my part. While I was doing catering, and I find catering was growing, I was still working at Hilton. I was hiring staff only when I had catering. And when we hired staff, and it was growing so much that I wanted to keep staff permanent. And the idea of thinking how to keep staff permanent was to open a restaurant. How are you opening this restaurant? How are you going to keep people from Chaguanas and San Fernando going to Port of Spain, or people from Portsmouth going to San Fernando? You want to keep these people in Chaguanas and attract people to Chaguanas. And then, I decided like this restaurant had to be like more authentic, something different. And then when I opened it, the restaurant was supposed to be the sideline thing, and the catering would have been the main thing. But after a time, the restaurant became the main thing and the catering became a sideline thing. But the catering started to grow, and I started do banquet hall instead of we had to go and take food and transport and go to other halls. I ended up doing 3 banquet hall here. And we have weddings, we have parties, we have anniversary, we have graduation. I do a lot of charity work here also. Like for instance, today we have one upstairs. Then for Indian Arrival Day, Mr. Sharma does have his thing on morning with a breakfast. A lot of temples have the dinners here for fundraising, so I give them the hall free. I give the chamber the hall free. I give for full gospel the hall free. All different persons. And then when I know it's fundraising, I don't really charge for hall either, something just to cover the staff, put no chairs and tables and so on. And to cover for security and so with catering now and with weddings and so on, long time was more normal thing. Rice, curry, bosapshat, chana aloo, mango, pumpkin, shatain, sometimes bhaji, sometimes bodi, and soya. Now, with this Indian food now, we start to mix it with the local. So, like when they leave out 1 or 2 things, they probably leave out the bhaji, they leave out the pumpkin, and they take a paneer tikka masala or paneer mushroom, or they take biryani instead of plain rice, and then the India curry, which is more of yogurt based. It's almost sour, and in yogurt taste, that means not sour like spoiled, Like dal makhni and all these things. Instead of using plain rice and curry, you have these things. And instead of bosapshat, now you have naan. The mixture of foods is different from long time. You have to know how to blend food, how to make menu and all these kind of things too. So our cooking is authentic cooking, authentic. The chef is from India. Our head chef for Indian food is from India. So long time ago our forefathers was here. The flavors they had, they created their own flavor. Now we have the original and authentic flavors from India. With more accessibility of goods, we could make it more authentic and original.
Guys, after that tour, we just had to give this amazing food a try. So we're about to dig in. We're actually having paneer tikka, jeera rice, garlic naan, my personal favorite, and aloo paratha. So we're going to enjoy this delicious meal courtesy Passage to Asia. So what an amazing experience today at the Passage to Asia restaurant right here in Chaguanas. We want to thank Uncle Dipchand and of course all his staff for being so welcoming towards the Parampara team. And on behalf of the Spectrum Initiative, the Little Store, Chatak Food Products, and of course the Birchwood University, we want to present you with a small token of appreciation to let you know that we appreciate all that you do to preserve our culture here in Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay, thank you. And we will continue doing our best in helping in what way we can. And all the best. Thank you. Good work. Keep it up.